Welcome back, Bluethentic, the Carlton Freo review. Hello, Rocky. How are you?
Adam, how you going?
I'm very robotic, aren't I, with my talking
mate,
there? That was a
robotic.
bit of an ordinary introduction.
You were. No, any introduction's a good introduction. As long as it's not offensive, that's all right, we're fine.
Like us, subscribe to us.
Yes, through YouTube, Spotify, what's the other one?
Instagram,
Insta, that's
X,
the one, Insta, X.
Facebook.
You name it, we're on
dinosaurs, aren't we?
We're-
With this sort of stuff. How are you today? There's no Robbie Green.
it. No.
What's happened to him?
The captain. He's
Tuesday night,
the busy.
here at the Doutta,
Yep.
steak night, $25 steak.
25 and a good steak too. I saw him before downstairs. They were
Strip loin.
pretty
I
good.
think $39 for the Wagyu.
Yeah, and a nice handful of chips too. Fantastic.
Have you had the slaw here?
Yes, I have.
The slaw is unbelievable.
So get down to the Doutta. I'll tell
So,
ya.
Rocky, I had the privilege of going to the footy with you in the
yes.
Medallion Club with my son on Saturday night. And what did we witness? Or Saturday afternoon. What did we witness?
I don't know what we witnessed in the sense of you had to rub the eyes a few times to say, is this really happening?
So let's go from the start. Freo get off to a hot start. I think they kicked the first 4 goals
And we looked at each other.
and was like, ooh, we might be going home early
We
today.
could be in trouble here.
And then what happened?
We just flicked the switch. I think they just started playing their way and holding the ball, controlling the ball, and finding the right option.
So I think what happened early is Freo got some clearances, some easy clearances.
Easy clearances, couple of easy goals.
Mark goal.
Couple
Right?
of easy goals.
We just couldn't get possession.
Yep.
Right? But once we retained and got possession and got control, you felt like the game was over.
It's a Carlton way.
You felt like the game was over. Once we get control and we apply the pressure, Carlton win. It's a really simple equation.
They don't fear anyone. And they don't fear the circumstance that they're in. When you look at it, 4 goals down, the old Carlton would have dropped their bundle. Gone. See you later. It would have been anywhere between an 8 to 10 goal loss.
So the stats. This data for the last 12 weeks has been very, very similar.
Consistent.
113 positive possessions.
Yep.
Plus 10 inside 50s. Right?
Yep.
Negative 17 hitouts. Right? In yesteryear, our clearance game would have been diabolical.
That's it. The game would have been over.
Yeah. Plus 13 in clearance.
Yep.
With minus 17 in hitouts. Plus 90 uncontested possessions. Plus 22 contested possessions and plus 56 marks, which is a huge one.
Well, it's the game plan, isn't it? It's the game style that they've chosen to play, hold possession and find the option.
So surely the other teams know what Carlton's going to do.
But it's not cut from the same cloth. There are different ways and methods in which they go about it.
Yeah.
If sides tend to start clogging up the middle,
Yes.
they start to play the wings.
Yes.
Then they start to go at the wings. Then they release the middle, and we start to play the middle again.
Another thing they do, if they go to the wings, they use handball.
Correct. It's all handball chain.
It's handball.
Handball chain, handball chain, handball chain. It reminds me of Collingwood 2023.
Yeah. And if they go middle, it's kicking.
Yep.
And then kick to the fat side, hit up the 15, on the 45.
But we've got guys that can actually kick the ball. We had guys, but now introducing some of these young kids.
Well, Billy Wilson, I'll just say, he is an elite kick.
89% efficiency again.
His penetration on his kicking, like whether it be a 45, 50 metre, 15 metre kick, is unbelievable.
And did you hear the praise that Josh Fraser gave him when he announced that he got the Rising Star? Did
No,
you
I
see
didn't.
the clip?
No.
He basically said he makes us a better team in the side.
And he's running. He's an elite runner. Like he just glides across the turf.
His speed, his possessions, his quality.
And now his
quality.
confidence. He's got confidence.
That's the thing.
He's got good pressure.
But imagine the coach saying that in front. When you get a chance, have a look at the clip. But imagine the coach in front of the whole group, both the seconds and the first, announcing it and then saying that you make us better. You're basically saying is with that when you're on, we're playing well.
Yeah, I'll be talking to my playing manager straight away. Yeah, he's and he got the Rising Star this week. Well deserved. Like he probably should have got it earlier, but you know.
I reckon he should have got it not the Dogs game, the game before that, whichever one that was. Can't remember who it was, but I think he should have got it the week before.
But anyway, he had 12, 13 weeks of real quality.
Yep.
And he's been a great in for the footy team. Ollie Hollands. What do you do with Ollie Hollands? Look, he had a couple of good moments. Clearly, the pressure is a good pressure player, and we know that. Right, the tackle on Patrick Voss was outstanding. He kicked a nice snap around the corner, but outside that, his decision making, his speed, his kicking, I thought was very average.
Look, yes, and that hasn't changed, regardless of when his brother was in the side and he had his issues on it. His kicking and his disposal always been average. But what he gives you is that endeavour, that fight, that never give up, that attitude, which is infectious. And we looked at that rundown of Voss, and Cowan was actually keeping up with that. He's heavy set.
He's quick. He's
heavy set.
He's quick.
So he's not going to be best 23. He's going to be a fringe player for us. So it's up to him to decide whether he wants to come on the ride and try and win his position back, or whether he wants to leave really at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's got a big 4 weeks coming up.
He has, and he's got. Look, there's clubs that are keen on him, but the ball will be in his court.
I think the gut feel is he'll probably leave.
I think he will.
That's my sense.
I
the
think
whole
he will.
Elijah thing, probably it's been a tough year. Probably needs a fresh start.
I don't blame him.
If North Melbourne, they want him, he'll get a game.
North Melbourne, even Richmond.
Yeah.
So Richmond could be one that would be keen. They've only got one winger.
Carlton won't hold him back.
No, not if he's got offers. No, not if he's got. And if it's.
And if we can turn it into a player like a Dersma or a third rounder or something, then
there's an abundance. We've got an abundance of wingers.
Well, we get Carroll back next year. Cooper Law's become a good winger. We've got Cottrell. We've got Hayward. We've got Blake Acres. Lucas Camporelli can play on a wing.
So there's plenty of wingers there. So we're not short of wingers. So that's what I'm saying.
And the problem, and end of the day, Ollie's not a great kick.
And I can't see him playing anywhere else other than halfback, which his kicking's not. He can't go halfback.
Or wing.
That's his.
And
position.
maybe run with.
I think we've got those players too. I think we've got them covered.
Even if he goes to another club.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the roles he's going to play.
Yeah. He'll be a winger at another club.
Sam Walsh. I thought, in particular, his first half really set the tone and kept Carlton in the game for the first half. His running power and his kicking, particularly inside 50, is unbelievable. It's Gary Ayres medal type form.
He looked like he was possessed in that first half.
He did.
He just didn't stop running.
Yeah, but he did that against the Dogs too, and he's just carried it on.
But he's people bag him about his efficiency. His disposal efficiency has actually been pretty good.
It has.
It's
actually gone up the last 10 weeks under Fraser.
But
probably because he's taken some shorter kicks as well.
Correct. It's the game plan. Correct.
It's a little bit skewed.
You're not bombing it long then the uncontested mark, all that kind. It's chip, fine. So it's skewed, but he's actually hitting it.
But his running power and his pressure.
But they're lowering the eyes too now. That's the thing.
I'm so he's gone under the radar for the whole competition. No one's talking about Sam Walsh.
Should he have been in the All Australian 44?
Well,
I think so.
I don't know if James Sicily should have been.
When you look at our first 10 weeks, and granted we were in games, but we didn't win. We only won 1 out of the first 10. But then when you look at some of the players there from Port Adelaide, James Sicily is another one. They didn't have good back halves of the year. So when you look at it and say, well, hold on, it's a whole year, it's not half a year.
Even Davies Juniak.
Yeah, there's another one. North were hot early, and then they tape it off. Yeah. But that's what I mean.
Sam Walsh will probably get, I would say, at minimum 15 Brownlow votes.
I was going to say 18, 19 votes. Yeah, he would. But that's where he's always around that mark anyway. So, and this year the umpires can view possessions.
Our midfield is red hot at the moment. Absolutely red hot.
Doesn't look slow, does it?
Pitnet, Cripps, Hewitt. I mean, Jagger's just injected that speed and that ball use, the quick feet. It's been outstanding.
I reflect 12 months ago, same time when we were looking at Silvani going. TDK going, and we looked slow, and Charlie was on the verge of going. Where were we going to end up? How were we going to end with the way we started? I mean, we're in games, but the injection of youth has invigorated all of them.
That's 100%.
All of them. I think they've all. Even Cripps looks faster to me. I suppose when you're winning, you always look quicker. Yeah, I get that, but even he's not doing the Crip things Cripps things where you put the cape on, it's I'll get it done.
He's actually not trying to overdo it as
No,
well.
no.
Just playing a really simple
Play your role.
team game,
Play
which they
your
all
role.
are. All 23 players are.
Play your role.
Taylor Byrne didn't have the best game on the weekend,
No.
but his pressure
But that tackle.
and his taps and his shepherds and little things that he does just allows other players to hit the scoreboard.
But even with him, though, and what he does now, players around him from the opposition start to think, where is he?
Yeah, that's right.
Because
He comes from nowhere.
He comes from nowhere,
Yeah.
and if he hits you,
Yeah.
you're going to stay hit,
Yeah.
and he hurts.
So
He looks
we've
hurts.
got Taylor Byrne up forward, we've got Jagger in the middle, and then we've got Billy and Harry Dean down back. Those real young players that have reinvigorated the team.
Oh, but then I saw something on Big Footy today in one of the chats, and they actually outlined the 18 to 21-year-olds, and then the 22-year-olds to 26-year-olds. If you look at our core group of 18 to 21-year-olds, that is a seriously good core group of young kids.
Yeah. Well, I think Cowan's 21.
21, and then you've got Cooper Lord,
You've got Jack Ison.
you've got the
Camporellis,
Camporellis,
whether they come good or not.
They're the lower end of
Yeah,
it.
whether they come
you
good.
got O'Farrell, who
Yeah.
showed in that game before he did his knee that he can play at the level.
Cody Walker coming in this
Cody
year.
Walker coming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of us.
We've got a
there's
good sprinkling.
13 or 14 kids there.
We've got a really good sprinkling.
That's a good sight. And you know what it is also with these kids here, and that I'm finding, and I haven't seen a Carlton side like this for a long time, is these kids have instilled some mongrel back
Yeah.
into our
Yeah.
side. And it's the kids that are... That Voss tackle, and when Dean ran in him, and Byrne ran in him, and Cowan ran in him, mate, I wouldn't have seen that last year or the year before, these Carlton players.
But you know what happens? Every time they do something good, they're high-fiving each other. They're
Correct.
patting each other on the
Yep.
back. They're thanking.
Yep.
Like, it's actually out of control, the amount of times they're doing it, but it's so infectious.
Well-
and it's really helping giving energy and winning footy games.
I'd rather see this than see what we were seeing last
great.
5, 7, 8
It's
years.
great.
It's fantastic.
12 months ago, we're talking about a player that we thought, we were unsure whether it was a false coming. Frank Evans.
Oh,
It's not false.
false.
It's not false. We keep thinking it's going to be false.
He's best 18, not 20. Best 18.
It's probably best 12.
Well, let's go with 18 for now.
5 goals. His pressure,
But he's kicking.
his smarts,
It's surgical.
he's kicking inside 50.
It's surgical,
Like, he's become a really, really good player.
mate. When you look at it, he was at Geelong, didn't get much of a crack. I still to this day do not understand why Port Adelaide got rid of him after playing 17 games and the prelim final that year. I still don't understand why they got rid of him. They obviously saw something in it and playing in the
Yeah.
prelim.
Something clicked halfway through 2025. Even at the start of last year at Carlton, I felt like he was still the Port Adelaide player.
It was that Melbourne game.
That's
That
right.
Melbourne game was
That's
the
right.
one where Stephen...
But I think the 4 or 5 VFL games he played before that game, he was tallying them up.
Yep.
And then he finally was able to bring that form to the AFL.
Yep.
And you're right, it was that Melbourne game,
Melbourne
he lost
game.
his tooth.
Lost his tooth, yep.
From there, he hasn't looked back.
No, hasn't looked back. And that Gold Coast game...
And he's
after
just
that,
getting better.
Better and better. But
Better every
confidence
week.
does that to you.
If you look at our whole forward line, the next one's Ainsworth. Like, Ben Ainsworth had an absolute cracking game. He's another player. He's a player that's kicked over 20 goals. So we've got McGovern, Kemp, Hayward, Ainsworth and Mackay. So we've got 5 players who kick over 20 goals.
Haven't done that in a while, I think.
A long time. 6. There's one more.
There's 6 of them. We haven't done that since 2000 and... Was it 2004 or 5 or something? 2001. Thanks, Harvey. 2001.
But our forward line is so dynamic.
It's unpredictable.
It is, but they all play their role perfectly, and they all apply pressure.
Yep.
You know, Mackay's the 200 centimetre forward. You got Kemp and McGovern, who are the medium forwards, 192, 194 centimetre, who are really agile. Then you got the smalls in Ainsworth and Taylor Byrne, and then you got Will Hayward who floats through. It's a really, really good forward line.
So in the off-season, though, we're saying we're a key position player short. And if Harry goes down, we are. But we're liking what we see from Lewis Young. Okay? So what we see from him, we think he's going to get... I would say he would get a contract again. I reckon he'll get
Likely. I'd give him a 1-year contract.
one, possibly even two, depending on who we draft, depending on who we get in.
But give him one.
So when you look at that, you turn around and say, well, are the dynamics right in the sense of what we've got? We've got backup. You know, you've got swing players. You've got a dynamic forward line. You've got players that can come in from the reserves that can play their roles as well. Do you need to go out and spend $1 million on an Amadi, for argument's sake?
I don't think you need to spend $1 million. But if you can get an upgrade on Lewis Young, if Amadi can play the Lewis Young role,
I don't think he can. I think
forward ruck,
I think the other guy
forward
can.
Ruck, Hayden McLean.
That's the one. That's the one. I think he can. Yes, him. He's one that I'd look and consider.
Because the problem with Lewis Young is he's kicking for goal.
Correct.
As valuable as he's been in the last few weeks,
50-50.
He can't kick for goal.
No, it's 50-50.
Like it doesn't drop it on the boot properly. I watch him; he's so nervous.
Yep.
His kicking's always been a problem.
Yep.
But the role he's playing is very similar to Blitzar's, right? He can go back, he can go ruck. He releases Harry Mackay.
Good call. That's the part. I was trying to think, who does he remind me of? He's
Blitzar's, right? So if we can get an upgrade, so whether it's Amadi or another player, or Jake Riccardi, I don't know who it is, but if we can get an upgrade on Lewis Young, I'd be going for
it. Yeah, I would, but I wouldn't be,
particularly someone that can hit the scoreboard.
I wouldn't be selling the farm. I don't think Wright is the type. I don't think Carlton now are in that sort of mindset.
They won't be silly.
I think they've
you can't be paying a player more than what Jagger or Walsh or Peter Cripps unless they're Ben King or a.
I wouldn't even pay. I wouldn't even look at Ben
whoever
King.
Whoever they are, right? Logan Morris maybe, right?
Logan Morris maybe.
Or Sam Darcy.
Maybe. But just going on that Ainsworth conversation, I don't know, have you been listening to that Nick Austin Code Sports? A
little.
Did you see the last
No.
where they had Robbie DiRazio in there and they talked to the Charlie
Curnow trade.
And Ben Ainsworth. Ben Ainsworth did not want to come to Carlton.
No, right.
Gold Coast forced him and said, you got to go. Basically, we don't want you here.
Why? Cash?
Why? Cash, what they were trying to do, who they were trying to get in. And this is a culture killer for me when you do
So
that.
they've taken in Petrarca
Yep.
and got rid of Ainsworth.
Taken in Petrarca, brought in Ugle-Hagan, even though they paid nothing for him, still. And they got rid of
5 or 6 players.
Your
Buttericks and your Fiorinis and Roses.
Ainsworth was one of them.
Yeah.
So if you're Ainsworth now, wouldn't you be glad that you've actually done and he's happy that he has made the change, but he has been such a culture setter with Haywood and Florent in that club there that I don't understand what Gold Coast were thinking to get someone like Petrarca in there, knowing or hearing, we don't know, hearing about what sort of culture, what he was like at Melbourne and what culture he was going to bring over, to then upset your house. So then you had your house in order to then go out and revel it again. Just doesn't make sense.
Really poor decision. It's funny you say that. When I saw Ben Ainsworth's first interview when he came to Carlton, I felt like he was trying to pump it up,
correct.
Trying to make it look positive.
Yep, correct.
It didn't look authentic. But I reckon his mind's changed now.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what.
He'd be happy as Larry.
42,000, kicking 2 goals, and kicking that goal
and
on the boundary.
That last goal that he
correct.
kicked from 50-55 out
on an angle
was unbelievable.
On the run, that was on the run.
On the run,
yeah, on the run.
It was outstanding.
Yep. So when you look at it, but it also.
But you know what? Ainsworth's actually a better player now than what he was at Gold Coast. I've got no doubt about it.
Yeah, even with, I reckon even
maybe
with...
I didn't see enough Gold Coast games, but the ones I saw, I reckon he's a much better player.
Yeah, the Gold Coast games, I was the same. I actually did, and when we got him, I thought, okay, he's all right. Then I looked a bit of his history, pick 4 in a draft, same as Mackay and that draft there, 2015. Okay, so you've got to have some talent, but then you look at some of his videos and they didn't really,
He looks quicker, he looks tougher, he looks more confident.
Mate, when you're kicking goals like that in front of 42,000 and the roof almost comes
when
off.
we were early in the season when we were really battling, he was the one player that was going well.
Even under Voss, he was okay.
He was the
one
player that was going well.
Correct. So he strikes me as the player that I'm in this, I'm going to give it my all, and how it works out and how it pans out, it pans out. Excuse me. So yes, overall, I think, I know we keep on saying it, but Graham Wright and Chris Davies.
The magic touch.
I just
The magic touch.
in 15, 14 games, they've turned the club around.
Yeah.
Turned it around, and now they don't fear anyone. I don't care. You could put anyone in front of them. They don't fear them. They'll go out. I would not be surprised in their own mind that they think deep down that they can win the flag.
I don't think Fraser will allow them.
No, but we don't know that.
Yeah.
But
They can't get ahead of themselves. This is what happens to Carlton teams. They get ahead of themselves, and Melbourne will beat them on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, yes, you're right.
We can't get ahead of ourselves. It's
Correct.
really important. I mean, their form holds up, right? The form holds up. You know, were Fremantle wound up? Probably not, right? Did they have?
You know what?
I mean, they had a crack, but
They had a crack.
they weren't fully wound up. They didn't bring over a miss. They didn't bring over Murphy Reid.
Murphy Reid was injured.
Yeah, but I don't think they're fully wound up.
Hold on, but
we played very well.
Do you think those or three players that they didn't bring over, are they 37, 40 points of difference?
You know, he'll stretch out back line a bit. Murphy Reid's a good user.
Okay. Yeah, but 40 points difference. Amiss scores a couple of goals.
Don't know.
Look, I still think we win.
Look, we played very well. But they had nothing to play for.
No, yes, correct.
They didn't want injuries. They probably managed some players a little bit. I mean, we did the same with Wiedering.
Yeah.
We're able, fortunately, we're up by enough at three-quarter time.
Well, 23 minutes, 64% game time he played, looking at the stats. So, he had.
I mean, Melbourne and the Doggies could have told us that Melbourne was going to lose because we didn't need to win in the end.
True, yeah, we still ended up in the same position.
Same position.
Had we not won. But I think it's good. It's a confidence builder, and beating the top team. The thing is, you just don't want them reading too much of the press or reading too much into it as well. And I'm sure Fraser would actually be telling him that, guys, they put the queue in the rack. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So yeah.
The votes. Do you want me to do the votes?
Yeah, you can do the votes. I'll see if I'm.
All right. I think for his first half, in particular, I thought Sam Walsh was the best player on the ground in my eyes.
Yep.
5 votes. Frankie Evans, 5 goals. I mean, enough said. Ainsworth kicked 3. I think had 20.
Yep.
I think 3 votes. Jagger was outstanding all day.
Yep.
Kicked a nice goal, and I thought Pitto really battled hard in the ruck and gave us, a real presence around the ground.
Yeah. He.
I mean, I could have given him 1 to probably 5 or 6 players.
Yeah,
to
a
be
lot of
completely
them.
honest.
Correct, but he. I actually thought that we would struggle with our TDK and just him, but he has surprised me.
He's learnt how to play the new ruck rule.
Yep.
He changes the angles.
Yep, correct. He surprised me. He seems like he's a smart man, but he really, really has surprised me.
The other thing he does too, and they said about, he keeps his feet.
Doesn't fall. He doesn't on the
ground. You know what I mean? TDK, he can fall a bit. Once you go to ground, you're out of the game.
Yeah, no, but he doesn't, and he's a presence.
He's great.
He makes sure he would be similar to Tristan Cherry.
Similar type player.
Yeah, similar type Ruckman, but brute strength.
So Carlton were probably going to go and get a Ruckman this pre-season, particularly once they saw the ruck rule. Do they need a Ruckman now? Do they just stick with what they've got?
I think they stick with what they've got.
Flynn Riley, Liam Reedy, and Mark Bittner.
Yep.
I still feel like Liam Reedy's going to be a much better footballer once he gets a few games under his belt.
100% with you. I mean, that reserves game, when was it, against St Kilda? Was he monstered him.
Yeah. He's a big unit.
Massive unit.
He would bench press you and I at the same time.
He's a massive unit. And then O'Reilly, Finn Riley, is it? Yeah, Finn Riley.
No O in there.
No O in there, Finn Riley. He will be... He'll be a project, but then the fear is if the rumours are true that Collingwood have offered him 4 or 5 years, then what do? Do we?
Who's that?
Well, there was a rumour about a month ago that Collingwood offered him 5 years.
Flynn Riley?
Yeah.
When? In the mid-season draft?
No, but just after the mid-season draft.
All right.
After the Hawthorn game.
Yeah, right.
When he played the Hawthorn game.
Okay.
He played a good game that day, considering the conditions.
Would they give us their first round pick?
Well, they ain't going to. But I mean, he's only got a 6-month contract there. He's had a contract.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Because he was SSP.
So will he become an unrestricted free agent?
I don't know. I think we might get first dibs at him. But I think he can. I think if I understand it correctly, he can take offers. So if Collingwood come knocking on the door 5 years,
of course,
he can say,
no, he'd be mad not
5
to.
years.
He'd be crazy not to. But that's okay. But they've got that other guy, Oscar Steen.
Who's done a knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Cameron's getting older.
Yeah.
Cameron's, 31?
Yeah, he's still going okay.
Yeah, but they're looking in for the same thing we're looking at, project.
They've got Steen for that, I would have thought.
Yeah.
All right. Tuesday night. All Australian.
All Australian.
One player in the squad,
Oh.
which, look, you're probably pretty hard to disagree with.
Glass half full, because ultimately at the end of the day, yes, we had a bad first half, but our second half, from round 10 onwards.
Yeah. Who would you have in the All Australian squad from Carlton?
Oh, you definitely look at Walsh. Walsh would be in there.
What about Harry Dean?
Harry Dean would probably first year. If he backs it up next year, you'd probably say yes.
But why?
Yeah.
But he's held so many players to 1 or 0 goals.
I'd have Harry Dean ahead of James Sicily. Put it that way.
100%. How did James Sicily get in? How?
Who knows? He must have photos. Who knows? There's a lot of questions being asked around that.
Cripps is in. Do you think Cripps will get in the team?
I reckon he'll make the bench.
Do you?
Yeah. I reckon he'll make the bench.
Okay. I'm not so confident.
And I reckon he'll make the bench only due to what's happened with these Sydney players.
Maybe.
If these Sydney players were still there, then I
Maybe.
think he wouldn't have been there. But I think he'll probably make the bench.
You agree, Ollie? You're going to come on?
No. Ollie's not coming on. No.
He's nodding though.
Yeah,
He might get in because Heaney and Warner
they were in.
would probably be in.
They were in.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Lizard, maybe.
And maybe the Lizard. So there's 3 spots.
Yeah. So I reckon he would make.
He might make the bench. I mean, he's had a really good 12, 13 weeks. He would have, I would say, he'll get roughly 22 to 24 votes.
But that's my point. So he's had a good. If you look at a form ladder from round 10 onwards, we're the best. We're on top.
Yeah.
So we're the best team in the league pretty much when you base it on form ladder.
Yeah.
So yes, the first half we did, but a lot of these players, even from Port Adelaide, when you look at it, their first half.
Is Butters lucky to get in?
I think probably not. I think Aaliyah might be. I don't know.
I think Lee's had a good year.
He's had a good year. I
haven't seen enough of their games.
I don't know, but anyway, I suppose we can pick the eyes out of every. But look,
We'll
I'd
see.
say Walsh and
Cripps.
Cripps, which he did, and probably Dean.
I reckon Dean's the only. I mean, Jagger probably not.
No. When you look at what Dean's done,
And there's so many midfielders, right? There's not as many good
Correct.
key defenders.
if you look at Sicily and Dean, I'd be taking Dean ahead of Sicily, but.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's ever done it, have they? First year and go make All Australian.
It's a good question. Good trivia question, Harvey.
Has Stewart done it for Geelong, even though he wasn't an 18-year-old, but his first year.
Brad Hardy, when he won the Brownlow in his first year, 1985.
Yeah,
I reckon someone would have been All Australian in their first year. Just don't know who that player is. And rising star tonight, so I mean, as expected, we expect Jagger to win, and we probably expect Harry Dean to come second, and probably
so?
Dersman or Cooper Trembath third.
You'd think that's how it'll sort of land. Yeah. But then again, to your point, what's to say that they don't view it differently and look at what Dean's done, where midfielders.
Yeah, it'd be a big surprise if Dean won, but
Yeah,
wouldn't be a complete surprise to Carlton supporters.
it'll help me if he wins.
Me too. What'd you get? I got 20 to 1.
You got
Gamble responsibly.
I got him at. I got him in a multi,
Yeah, right.
but I don't think.
Is that multi still going?
It is. It's still alive.
Gamble responsibly.
Yes, it's still alive.
All right. Melbourne v Carlton. What did you think as soon as it was announced that it was going to be a Carlton-Melbourne final at the MCG on Saturday night?
I watched the dog game, the Dogs and Melbourne. I thought to myself, we've got them at the right time.
Why?
I reckon they're getting tired. And
Injuries?
I think injuries and suspensions have caught up with them.
So, Van Ruin out.
Out.
Mychek is still out.
He won't come back, but his career might be in limbo. We don't know yet.
Lever out.
Is he definitely out?
Yes.
I was having a discussion with a Melbourne supporter today, Chris Williams. How are you, mate?
Definitely out.
He
Jake
reckons
Lever.
that they had it out and then they've taken it off now.
Right, okay.
So
Might jab him up. And I guess the other one's Jefferson is probably a 50-50.
Bruised.
He might play.
And Disco Turner, he came back on though, similar to Jefferson.
They reckon he'll play, but they might be sore, right?
Oh, they'll definitely be sore.
So they might play sore. Like if it was a normal home and away game, they probably don't play.
But then they'll bring in some experience, I believe. I reckon, I speak again to a Melbourne supporter today at work, and he said Viney's played a couple of games in the reserve, so he's probably more than likely will come in.
Yeah, but he's no threat.
No, well, midfielder, you never know, something different. And Melksham.
Melksham, he just retired. They might bring him in.
Bring him in?
Yeah.
100%. Last hurrah.
So they've obviously got more medium and smalls that we need to be worried about.
Correct. And we
opposed
can't,
to talls.
This is where the selection comes in. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about selection. Right, so...
And Cossie's due for a big game, according to them Melbourne supporters.
Yes, yeah. So Hayward, let's assume Hayward's available. I think he's probably going to get through training this week.
Yeah, he got through training today, but it was a light session.
So let's assume he's available. I mean, he walks into the team, and I think it's quite obvious that he'll replace Ollie Hollands. If Nick Haynes gets through training and becomes available, what happens? First of all, do you pick Nick Haynes? Is he a walk-up start?
Yes.
He's a walk-up start?
For me.
Okay. Why?
For me. He just gives us that third man up option. I think he's got a bit more to his game, a bit more experience than what Dirksen does have, for me personally.
So what change are you making on the weekend?
I did, only because it's Max Gawn, I'd be leaving Young in. It gives us that flexibility to play back. It gives us that flexibility to stretch them in the forward line as well. If they don't come up, they're defenders, or if they get injured. Like Turner may not get injured during the game, and he allows to release, throw oppositions out, because he can actually drift forward and then take the second, third best defender, which then releases our little nipsies. Either it's Ainsworth or it's Kemp or it's whoever it is, and allows them to actually become.
I agree with you on Lewis Young.
He's got to play.
I think, in particular for Harry Mackay.
Yeah. Correct.
In saying that, Harry Mackay was a little bit quiet on Saturday. A run in the ruck probably wouldn't have done him.
Well, he did play in the ruck.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
He played in the ruck. I said, didn't you? Don't you read my text, mate?
No.
I said Harry Mackay played in the ruck, and I said maybe it was a precursor to see how his knee holds up for the WildCard match, because they might have anticipated what happens if we play against Gawn. What do we do? So they're probably starting to talk about the following week.
So who goes out? Dirksen.
Unfortunately, Dirksen for me, he's got to go out. Which I don't look. He's definitely the future of Carlton. 100%, he's there. But for this game here,
I'm torn. I'm very tempted to leave Nick Haynes out.
If your life depended on it, who would you have?
Because you know why? I saw Dirksen hit up players on his left foot, and I thought, wow.
Yeah, yes, I know.
Nick Haynes can't do that.
No, he can't. But
and some of those punches that he does,
yes,
he's quite athletic, Dirksen.
It's a tough one.
Like if Nick Haynes would have to be 100% for me to bring him back in. Otherwise, I'm leaving the Dirksen in.
Terry's report today, when I listened to it, he said he trained fully, no problem. So the rest would have done him good. I'm
going Nick Haynes out. Big call.
Fair
I
enough.
know. Young in, Hayward in, Hollands out.
Hollands, yeah.
I'm backing in Dirksen. I'm backing in Dirksen.
Yeah.
No, it's a big call.
No, it's not a big call.
Harry Dean can play tall and small if he needs to.
Correct. Cossie's the one for me.
He's
the one.
There's three players, right? There's Max. I actually think our game plan will help combat Max, because we won't kick down the line where he just picks us off. We'll hit up short, we'll go the other way, we'll go through the corridor, we'll hit up short, so we'll use handball. So I don't think that suits Max, right? He'll still be a monster in the ruck and around clearance, but around the ground...
Pito's played well against him, in the ruck. Yeah?
Yes, you're right, 100% right. So I think we can contain Max Gawn. Cosy Pickett's the one.
He's the one.
He towels us up every single time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming Cooper Lord would go to him.
He went on so wrong, didn't he?
If I'm Melbourne, I'm playing Cosy forward half, just forward.
Yeah, well, then who do you put? You put Cowan on him.
Probably.
You have to.
Well, I don't know. I don't think Billy Wilson's. It's probably not Billy Wilson.
It stops that run from Billy.
It's probably Lockie Cowan.
Yeah, it's got to be Cowan.
Yeah. But if I'm Melbourne, I'm putting him forward.
Well, you'd start him off.
I'm really happy for him to play in the midfield.
I think you give him runs in the midfield, depending on which way the game's going. If they're getting beaten, I dare say they'll throw him on the ball.
I mean, the game earlier in the year when they come all over the top of us, he was unbelievable.
Him and Max, it was him too.
Yeah.
Like, just destroyed
and
it.
then I think, was it last year? I think we beat Melbourne, but he kicked 5 goals.
Yes.
On a Saturday night.
Yes.
In the wet.
Yes.
And then the other one's Bailey Fitch. He always gets off the leash. I would be putting Harry Dean on Bailey Fitch.
Well, you've got Wiedering will go to Petty.
Wiedering will go to Petty.
Harry Dean on the free. Yeah, it's not a bad call. Yeah.
And then, either Dirksen or Haynes. I don't even know who else they got up forward. If Melksham comes in, one of them might play on Melksham.
Yeah, well, that'll be Dirksen or Haynes. Yeah, correct.
Assuming Jefferson doesn't play. If Jefferson plays, then obviously.
I reckon they'll throw the die. If it's just bone bruising's not nice, but if it's just that, then they might just roll the dice and just jab him up a little bit and put him out there. But just to try and stretch our defence a little bit, really, at the end of the day, and that just makes us think, what do we do? I dare say one of them will be emergency, if it's Dirksen or gets dropped or
Haynes. Yeah, of course.
One of them will be emergency.
Of course. Looking at the two teams in parallel, just looking at some of the stats, there was 3 that I sort of picked out that stood out from a Carlton perspective if you compare on the whole season. So on average, Carlton has roughly 33 more possessions a game.
Is this the Josh Fraser?
No, this is the whole year.
The whole year, okay.
This is the whole year.
Yep.
35 more uncontested possessions.
35 more, okay.
And 19 more marks.
Well, that I understand.
So if they take our uncontested possession game away from our marks, does the handball game work? Will be the question.
On a bigger ground.
Now the weather looks like it's going to be okay. I've checked the weather. I think it's going to be 15, 16. I don't think there's going to be any rain. I even had a look at the wind. I think the wind's going to be, it's going to be pretty low. I think it's going to get as high as 15 kilometres an hour, right? The reason I'm saying that is because we've been playing so well at Marvel in beautiful conditions.
That's what I mean.
If it was a windy day, it's clearly harder to, play
execute that game style.
Correct.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yep.
So the conditions should suit, is my point.
Sure, but they play a quick game too. Now, look, I just thought that they were tiring towards the back end of the Dogs game, and I just think that the game
they did kick a lot of points.
They did, and there's a few posters as well. So I must admit that. Look, if Cozzy kicks that one that hit the post in the last quarter with 8 minutes to go, or 12 minutes to go, whatever it was, brings it to 8 points. I reckon they have a really good shot at it.
I don't think we can underestimate them.
I'm not underestimating.
I think a lot of teams, a lot of Carlton people underestimated the Doggies 2 weeks ago, and look what happened.
No Bont and bang, they just
no
correct.
English, no Bont. Obviously Darcy's still out, and they played excellent.
Yep. But they took away our game. Yeah,
corridor.
They took the corridor. They bottled it up.
The pressure was good.
Forced us to play long down the line.
Yeah.
They closed down the gaps in the sense of they didn't allow the short kicks.
And Melbourne will be trying to do that. Let's
correct,
be honest.
100%. But it's a bigger ground too.
It's a bigger ground.
So,
thoughts, winners, margin, Blues.
If they had a full side, I'd say they'd probably win.
Melbourne.
I'm just
Blues by how many?
I reckon probably about 18.
I think it's going to be single digits.
Single digits. It's always.
It's going to be another Carlton Melbourne final. No, I think it's going to be single digits.
We don't want single digits.
Hopefully Blake Acres is up and about on Saturday night.
Yes.
He's in folklore, Blake Acres, isn't he, for that Carlton Melbourne game?
Yes.
And Sam Doherty.
Doherty as well, and Ollie Hollands.
And Ollie Hollands. And Jacob Wiedering.
Yeah.
That play.
Yeah.
Around the back, it was almost that umbrella play.
Mitch McGovern, the dummy mark.
And Kent was flying around there somewhere as well. So I think from that team, we've got roughly 11 players playing this week.
Yes.
which is a big turnover in 3 years, but not surprising.
Yeah, well, when you look at it, really,
And Melbourne would be potentially more.
but that was a side that made the prelim final. Yeah, 3 years to have half the side
Yeah.
turn around in 3 years or a prelim final. You'd think that you're still on the cusp, yeah, in that situation.
Are you going Saturday night?
I will be.
You will be.
Yes.
You got tickets?
I've got a couple.
You got a couple?
Yeah, potentially a couple more, but anyway, we'll wait
Nice.
and see.
Nice. Medallion Club style?
It'll be at the
Corporate?
Yeah, no, it won't be corporate.
It's just Medallion Club, level 2.
It'll be level 2.
That's nice. That's nice. Well, tickets go on sale for AFL members tomorrow at 12 o'clock, so I'll be
Queuing up.
trying to get tickets to the bottom deck in the AFL members.
And the weather's good, you said. So
The weather's good,
okay.
we should be okay. I think, yeah, as I said, Carlton by single digits.
Yeah, we don't want single.
Any final thoughts?
No, look, I'm just. I think that the run can continue, and when you sit there and look at where we can land, it's yes, obviously it's the cream of the crop now, so it's the best.
So how many
teams.
times have you done the ladder predictor this week?
I haven't done it this week.
Right. So if we beat Melbourne, we play Geelong at the MCG,
At the MCG.
on Friday night.
Yes.
And then if we beat Geelong, do we play Hawthorn, assuming they lose?
If Hawthorn lose, we play Hawthorn
Yeah. At the MCG.
at the MCG.
Yeah. And then if we win that,
We go to Brisbane,
we go to Brisbane.
the Gabba. We're
Gabba.
assuming Brisbane beats
In
Sydney.
the prelim.
Or it could be, yes, assuming,
Assuming Brisbane
Assuming, yes.
beats Sydney. Yeah, which they will.
or otherwise, if
We go
Sydney,
back to the Gabba.
We'll go play Sydney. How's that? Imagine a prelim final, Carlton and Sydney.
Yeah, it'd be good, wouldn't it?
No, we don't want that.
You think Charlie wants to come back to Carlton?
Oh, I don't think so. He's not coming down for the All Australian though.
Has he been banned?
No, he's chose not to. I don't know. No,
They
Sydney.
embarrassed the Swans.
I don't know. But
They're probably embarrassed. Playing on low key, no drinking, no games,
yeah, I didn't think of
no
that. yeah.
adventures.
No, that's it.
Who's going to win on the weekend, Ollie? You don't know.
Come on, mate.
Any thoughts? Carlton? Melbourne? Draw.
Draw.
There we go. We're going to extra time. Harvey? Blues win? Carlton by 6 points.
6 points.
What do you think? What do you think the great Robbie Green would be saying about Carlton right now?
I'll tell you
he
what,
seems to be quite positive the last couple of weeks, although he's still got it in for Jacob Reeder.
Oh yeah, he doesn't mind. He's just telling me how slow it is. But scored 119 points. He stepped.
He looked better this week opposed to the week before,
Well, I mean,
and he'll be better again.
correct. And this is what the point is. You got to,
He's the vice captain.
if you got a galloper,
He's on Waitley.
who's coming off a spell, you're not expecting him to go
Yeah.
good first up, are you?
Yeah. No, we'll back him in.
So no, you can't.
We'll
can't
back
get
him
rid
in.
of him. He's there, mate.
He'll look after Petty on the weekend.
He will look after Petty. He played Tracy very well.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks,
Like
mate.
us, subscribers. Thanks,
Yes,
Rocky. Go
thank you.
Blues.
Go Blues.
Looking forward to a big Saturday night.
Oh yeah.
See you next time.